All right, hope everybody's doing well. We had some storms, pretty bad storms going across most of the country. They were supposed to get here in Philly today. In fact, they canceled the home opener for the Phillies, expecting the bad storms at the 3 o'clock game that was sold out. And it was just kind of like a mild storm, got here around 8 o'clock at night. So it actually hit 83 degrees. Is unbelievable for early April, and it's just pretty bizarre stuff, but hopefully no damage wherever you are. And I thought I'd show some of the other fish I've been working on. I know I showed these before, but this is the breeder group I picked, and this was the cross of black panda female and a full black Moscow male. Very interesting. I sort of have purple Moscows out of it. A couple of them have shaky caudal edges, but they did fill in. The ones I picked anyway. Females are real nice. They all look the same, which is great. And they'll be going back into a 10-gallon tank a little bit later. And they kind of nip at each other. That's what the crappy caudal edge is on a couple of them, but definitely looks like a more or less a purple Moscow with a decent dorsal, a decent tail, and the body's a little thin, so I got to work on that. But very interesting result. Didn't really expect that, and that's usually how it goes. So did you hear about the cat who ate a ball of yarn? She had mittens. Mittens. Oh, that's awful. All right, and this is the future breeders of the black cobra lace cobras I'm working on. They have kind of a lace pattern in the tail. That one's got a crappy tail. I got to pull him back out. Looks like he got ripped up. And the females are more or less all the same. They look like black Moscow females. So, it's something to work on. And they've been breeding true. I've only had a couple of weird things come out. Literally just a couple. And I'll try to show them before the video is over. But hopefully I can get you to see the snakeskin / cobra pattern. Yeah, there's white spots on the acrylic. I don't know what that is. It just got stained, I guess. It doesn't come off on the inside or the outside. Believe me, I cleaned it before I started the video. So, I think I have a couple of blue LEDs overhead on this. Let's see, white, that's a blue one. So, it's kind of getting the water a little funky looking. See, I'm going to close up on one of them. But these are cool. Really happy with these. Still kind of working on it. Just trying to improve it. And very decent. And these are ones I kind of showed, I think, in the last video. They're eating live baby brine shrimp. All the fish in the video are. And I put a little bit too much in this tank. And you can see how nice they look, I think. 2 older ones in here. And 1 young one I put in. So when they're young, they develop a horizontal black line. I had to think for a minute if it's horizontal or vertical, but it's horizontal. And that kind of fills in as the fish grows and develops a cobra pattern on top of it. Let's see if I can get one of the older ones on there so you can see. You can kind of see the black line somewhat, but you can see that there's also a pattern on top of it. See if this will work. Alright, and these females are not from the black cobras, black lace cobra, whatever the hell I'm calling them. They're gone. They're the silver snakeskins that I got from a friend of mine who bought them from ATFG. And the first group of males I got out of them, sadly, were just cobras. They just had the the vertical lines and not enough of a snakeskin pattern to be a snakeskin. But the females are nice. They're definitely filling up. They were both virgin females when I put them in. The other one is down in the corner somewhere. And so it's a kind of a twofold cross. I was kind of hoping to get a better snakeskin pattern on, get a snakeskin pattern on the Black Cobras. So that's why I'm trying this. Now it could end up lightening the color. It may not be black, it might be more silverish in there. But these do get some silver in them, if I can find them again. As you can see, they're a cool looking fish, I think. Which I've said twice now. It's a shame the plants are in the way, which are, by the way, a thin leaf water sprite. And they're in there because I don't know if the silver snakeskin females eat their fry or not. Because I have a tank of them down in the fish room, and they have a lot of fry in there, so it's a good chance they don't bother the fry, but probably when they're first born they look like food. But I think you can actually see that they're pretty sharp looking. And one other thing, if I can get it on here without screwing it up. Oh, here we go. A couple of videos ago I had culled a black Moscow male, and it's my thumb, because his tail was kind of really funky. And this is how he turned out. He's a pretty nice black Moscow male. And it's very odd because I was going to just kind of toss him somewhere. But he ended up being a really nice fish. There's a little hint of blue, but he's got a lot of black coverage. So I'm going to use him for a cross of some kind. Haven't decided what yet. But let me put this back before I drop it. Okay, so far so good. And what do you call a very lazy baby kangaroo? A pouch potato. A pouch potato. See, because they live in a pouch. I know that joke is awful. They're all awful. That's kind of the point. And but at least they're nice fish. So there we go. That's what's going on with these. And I'll try to show one more thing. If you hang in there, I'll kind of be back in a second and then wrap things up. And you're probably saying, why is he showing these again? It's because you can see them this time. It's one of my red dragons that is not totally red. It's just a pair in here. And these you can finally see. It's a platinum red mosaic big ear male and two females. This one's not really filling up, or maybe it is. The one in the back is, and I actually expect to get fry out of her fairly soon. This other one's hopeless. But this one, the fish are definitely older than the guy said when he sent them to me. He swore they were 3 or 4 months old. No way on earth. I've had them about 4 months, and this female especially looks about a year old. So, I'm not thrilled about that, but not much I can do about it at this point. But that's the sharp looking male. So I would like to get at least one drop out of them. And this is the platinum red. Oh, no, wait, it's the red dragons. That's what it is. Because they kind of look similar. But these are doing okay. The problem with these is they're having fry. And so far I get one fry out of each of the 2 drops. So I'm not overjoyed about that. But they're definitely sharp looking fish. So the females are really striking. They almost look like they could be males with the amount of color in them and the big dorsal. You can kind of see how big the dorsal is on that one. And the other thing going on, I took out the slider crappie male because this, that's the airstone. Anyway, there's the female. Very nice. There's the knucklehead male. It's turning into a male, so at least I'll get some future fry wherever the heck he went. There we go. You can kind of see the anal fin is sharpening into a gonopodium. And female is definitely nice. So I would like to get some more fry before it's lights out for her. But it should be okay. She should fill up. So anyway, that'll do it for the video. I'll try to have one up a little bit sooner. I guess you can tell I'm not coughing, I'm not sneezing, so I'm definitely over whatever it was. The Philadelphia water crisis is over. It's just back to the regular crappy water. But I do have a filter for all the water that comes into the house, so at least I shouldn't be growing a third or fourth arm out of this. Who knows? So anyhow, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, or you can send me an email. And I appreciate you watching. If you're interested in a high protein food, you can find it on eBay or Aquabid under GREYD, which is Gray and Douglas. And or you can buy it direct, save a little bit. It's $14, includes shipping. And I usually send something extra with it, a magnet, a label, sticker from the Fish Channel, and assorted flakes as a freebie. So anyhow, thanks for watching.